want to show you the secret formula to help you get the credit score you deserve. Man, I want to show you the process that we use to remove 5 items off this client report and also get 3 updated. So 8 in total, right? 5 items got deleted and 3 items got repaired from negative to positive, right? We want to go over the process of everything that we did to knock the credit bureaus up and most importantly, improve this credit score. But as you can see, 17-point increase, 1-point increase, 1-point increase. It's all a part of fixing your credit. Yes, it's holding your credit score back with the points, right? But most importantly, there are other factors that's holding your credit score back that if you improve and fix on, it can help you increase your credit score. So negative items is a portion of your credit score, but utilization, payment history, them other things are also a factor of your credit score. So once you improve those things, you're gonna see the improvement that you're looking for when it comes to your credit score. So as you can see, the overview, what's going on, what we're doing, right? Now, look at this. I want to show you something. As you can see right here, it shows 53% utilization, but really when I looked over this person's report, their credit limit is really $300 and they have, as you can see, 98% maxed out. So this is wrong and this is wrong. So if this person just pays down their credit cards, right, from $295 to $0, they could probably see a 100-point, even higher increase of their credit score, all by just taking care of that debt. When it comes to your report, once you fix that, because 30% what makes up your credit score is utilization, right? So when you fix that, it's gonna help improve your credit score. Yes, removing negative items. Yes, deleting, getting those negative items off your report helps, but you're only probably gonna get 2 to 3, sometimes 5 to 6 items per month. So you're not gonna see the 50, 100, whatever 60-point increase. You're going to see those small increase. Even though everything's matter, we think that these negative items, man, once I get this off my report, it's going to significantly increase my credit score. Those are the things that 30% of your credit score is utilization, which is, you break it down into numbers too. 850 is technically the highest credit score you can have, right? The lowest credit score you can have is a 300. So if you subtract the two, right? 850 from 300 is 550 points you technically have to play with. So if you do 550 times 30%, right, comes out to 165 points. So you have 165 available points when it comes to utilization. Now think about that. 165 out of the 550. So that's why it's very important to take care of your credit card debt, because as you improve that, you're going to see the significant increase of your credit score as well. So pay attention to that part of your credit score. As you can see right here, I told this person if they pay down their credit card, once they pay it down, they're going to see the improvement of the credit score that they like. And there are places that you can go to once you have one of your credit scores good enough to get the funding. And this person is trying to get business funding to, use as leverage, do marketing to increase more clients so she can make more money, right? Once you have, let's just say one of your credit scores is good enough, we'll go to the bank that pulls specifically from that credit bureau, and then you can get the funding. As we continue fixing the other 2 credit bureaus or the other 2 credit reports, then you can go back to those specific credit bureaus and get funded for them specific banks, right? Now, I want to show you some of the positive accounts, right? Because I think people get this mixed up that you got to get all these different accounts. And what you need to do is just manage 1, 2, 3 accounts as you're getting back on track, right? Because if you're trying to get account after account after account open, I'm trying to make sure that the banks know that I can manage money, right? And you just had a default on all those existing loans or whatever the case may be, right? Those credit cards, those things that you just defaulted on, right? Start with 2 accounts, right? You have your car loan, you probably have 1 credit card, right? Just focus on those 2 things. Work on managing that, paying that on time, getting things with that, right? You're using all this money to pay all these creditors, but you can be using the money to save because you're trying to look good for the banks. As you're fixing that one, or you just have, just say 1 credit card, you can get a limit increase of, let's just say it's at 5,000 to 10,000 to 15,000 to 20,000, and then get business credit to help you, right? So just telling you that, hey, you don't have to have all these accounts on your report. You can just manage 1 or 2. You don't have to open up all these different accounts, right? So some of the things that you can do as well, right? What are the ways that are working to get accounts removed? This right here is the format we've been using, right? If you've been using the secret letter, is really, I call, quote unquote, the setup letter for experience trading in Equifax to violate your rights, right? Really the setup letter say, hey, investigate these accounts. If they're not assured maximum possible accuracy, delete this account. if they're not, right? So that's technically the setup letter, right? So we send that letter in to tell Experian, TransUnion, Equifax to investigate these accounts or reinvestigate these accounts, right? Usually they don't, right? That's what the letter we've been using. If you've been using the letter, hey, great. Now, another way that I've been teaching, right, is using this format with Metro 2 compliance. I've been showing the laws as well, but a format of, hey, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax can't, deny anything now, right? Because now they see. So if you look with this account, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, you can see installment, educational, something missing, right? Now look at this. Account status, open, close. Like, so who's lying? Like, date open, look at this specific date, look at this specific date, look at this specific date, right? Last reported, look at this specific date, look at this date, look at this date. Date last active, date of last payment. As you can see, this one has this. Equifax, Experian has this. TransUnion have this. So 7-year history, this is inaccurate, right? And the reason why we want to remove this account is even though it's paid off or whatever the case may be, it still have multiple late accounts or late payments on this account. And remember, 35% of your credit score is payment history. So, if you have multiple late payments on your credit report with specific accounts, it's hurting your credit score. Whether it's paid off, taken care of, it's still hurting your credit score, right? Remember, every point matters. So if you break it down from earlier, remember what I talked about with the points, right? So if you did 550, right? Remember, 550 points that you have to play with, and then you times that by 0.35, right? So you times that, it's gonna be 192.5 points. So you have 192.5 points when it comes to just payment history. So remember, when you miss a payment, you get that 50 point, 30 point, 60 point drop when it comes to your credit score. So having multiple late payments on your report, let's just say a closed account, paid off, whatever the case may be, is still hurting your credit score. So you want to get that removed from your report to see the increase once you get that off. So 192.5 is payment history, and remember, 165 points as far as utilization. So if you take care of those two things, it's going to see the significant increase of your credit score. And of course, if you have open accounts, that's like different accounts on your report, is also helping you. So that's a mix. So credit mix is what? 10% of your credit score, right? And then age is 15% of your credit score. And new accounts is the other 10%. So this is the letter format we've been using. And as you can see, the verbiage, and you can change up your verbiage as well. Like you can say, look at this account. How can it really be reported 100% accurate? Or it's being reported 100% verified as accurate. Like, how can that be possible? The account status is incorrect. The last reported date is incorrect. Date last active, date of last payment, 7-year history. Yo, what's going on with this, right? Delete this account immediately for violation of 15 USC 1681 EB, right? And you can use other specific laws, but this is the one I like to use, right? Nobody can say anything, right? Because everything is there. Now, I want to be honest. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax can update this to the correct date, to the correct status, to the correct everything, right? They do have the opportunity, or they can modify it, but usually they don't. And what they usually say is, hey, everything is verified as 100% accurate. And we both know that's a lie. So what you can do is call out that lie and leverage the laws to help you get the account removed from your report. And when you create this letter, you want to make sure you add 3 forms of identification, send that letter certified to the credit bureau, wait 35 days, wait for the investigation to come back. And then from there, some of your accounts will get knocked off, and some of them will be quote unquote verified 100% accurate. And then we just leverage more laws to get the accounts. And you just be consistent with that every single month. And you're going to see the consistency in the improvement of your credit score. So if you have any questions, or if you don't have time to do none of this, me and my team do offer a service. We do have an offer where, hey, the first month is free. Guess what? And if we don't get your results, and you don't have to pay for the next month. So if that's something that you want to do, check it out in the description. But as far as that, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and I'm here to help you out.